Many people associate the name Dalai Lama with him as the spiritual leader of Tibetan Buddhism and a symbol of compassion and peace. However, his life hides amazing episodes and secret stories that are not well known. Today, we will go behind the scenes of the Dalai Lama and explore the unknown facts hidden in his life. We will shed light on the Dalai Lama not only as a spiritual leader, but also as a human being. Let us begin. Chapter 1. The Predestined Birth. The 14th Dalai Lama was born in 1935 in the Amdo region of Tibet. However, his birth was not just a coincidence. When his predecessor, the 13th Dalai Lama, passed away, he left behind a prophecy about where the next Dalai Lama would be born. It is said that the location of his next reincarnation was identified by an image floating on the surface of a pond, one of the relics of the 13th Dalai Lama. And a few years later, when the Tibetan high priests went looking for his reincarnation, a boy only 2 years old was chosen as the 14th Dalai Lama. His selection was not simply a matter of fate, but of a mystical ritual based on profound Buddhist teachings. This prophecy and the subsequent episodes of his search continue to astonish many people today. Chapter 2. Behind the scenes of daily life. The Dalai Lama as we know him has always appeared calm and collected, but his private daily life is surprisingly normal and friendly. For example, the Dalai Lama is a very early riser, getting up at 3:30 every morning to spend time in meditation and prayer. But that is not all. He is very curious and has a strong interest in science and technology. The Dalai Lama has said in the past that if he had not become a monk, he would have wanted to be an engineer. He is also actively involved in modern society, checking the news on television and radio. There is a curious and knowledgeable side to his daily life that is different from his face as a spiritual leader. Chapter 3. Sense of humor. Despite his stern and solemn image, the Dalai Lama has a very good sense of humor. He often cracks jokes in interviews and public appearances, and his friendliness has endeared him to people around the world. His humor not only provides a laugh, but also demonstrates a positive attitude toward difficult situations and a humility that allows him to laugh at himself. For example, when asked in one of his talks, "Is religion helpful?" When asked, he smiled and joked, "Probably for me, or I would lose my job." Such wry humor is part of his deep wisdom and compassion, and has the power to soothe people's hearts. Chapter 4. Interaction with leaders around the world. The Dalai Lama is not just a religious leader. He has had deep relationships with many political figures and celebrities around the world. Since his exile, he has visited many parts of the world and met with many national leaders. He is particularly well known for his friendships with other peace activists such as Nelson Mandela and Desmond Tutu. With them, he forged bonds that transcended race and religion, and together they fought for peace and human rights. The Dalai Lama has also been actively involved in pop culture and has developed friendships with the Beatles' George Harrison and actor Richard Gere, among others. His influence extends far beyond politics and religion. Chapter 5. Challenges after exile and hope for the future. In 1959, to escape Chinese pressure, the Dalai Lama went into exile in India. Since then, he has established a government in exile and continues to campaign for autonomy for Tibet. However, the Dalai Lama has never supported violence and has consistently advocated a nonviolent solution, known as the middle way. Life in exile has not been easy, but he has overcome it and has succeeded in gaining support from around the world. Even today, he continues his efforts to preserve Tibetan culture and faith. He remains optimistic about the future and believes that the Tibetan issue can be resolved peacefully. His unwavering faith and strong will continue to inspire many people. Chapter 6. Passion for environmental protection. Another important topic on which the Dalai Lama focuses is environmental protection. In addition to his role as a religious leader, he is deeply involved in environmental issues with an eye to the future of the entire planet. He has always preached the importance of harmony between nature and mankind, and is particularly concerned about the role that Tibet's natural environment plays as the roof of the earth. With climate change and environmental destruction on the rise, the Dalai Lama continues to sound the alarm about the negative impact of human desires on the planet. He emphasizes sustainable development and resource conservation, stressing that environmental protection is not just a choice, but a matter of our survival. The Dalai Lama also focuses on what can be done at the individual level, calling on the general public to reduce energy consumption and promote recycling in their daily lives. In particular, he speaks of the importance of fostering environmental awareness in the education of the next generation, and explains that children should be the future guardians of the earth. His passion for environmental protection is based on Buddhist teachings and stems from the idea that all life is interdependent. This perspective shows that individual actions affect the entire planet, and his message resonates with people around the world, transcending religions and national borders. His work illustrates the Dalai Lama's broad influence, not only as a religious leader but also as an environmental activist. Chapter 7. The Nobel Peace Prize and its impact. The awarding of the Nobel Peace Prize to the 14th Dalai Lama in 1989 was a moment of worldwide recognition for his peace work and commitment to nonviolent struggle. Of particular note was the fact that he dedicated the award to the Tibetan people and all oppressed peoples of the world. This award was not merely a recognition of his personal achievements, but also an opportunity to draw international attention to the long-standing Tibetan issue. In his Nobel Prize acceptance speech, the Dalai Lama emphasized that what is needed for peace is dialogue and understanding, and that even adversaries can find common ground through dialogue. This peaceful approach is consistent with his middle way policy, which rejects violence and forceful solutions, and is committed to non-violence in order to build sustainable peace. His receipt of the Nobel Peace Prize was more than an individual honor. It also shed light on the Tibetan issue and the rights of oppressed peoples around the world. After receiving the award, he continued to be active on the international stage, appealing to world leaders and international organizations for a solution to the Tibetan problem. This award has given new momentum to his work, and has also helped many countries to take an interest in the situation in Tibet. The Dalai Lama's Nobel Peace Prize is more than an award. It symbolizes the worldwide need for peaceful dialogue and respect for human rights. His acceptance speech continues to resonate with many people as an important message on the path to peace. The moment he received his award is not only a moment in history, but also a symbol of hope for the future. In this issue, we have introduced some of the unknown aspects of the 14th Dalai Lama, but this is not the only aspect of his life. His compassion, humor, and unwavering belief in peace continue to influence people around the world. The Dalai Lama is not just a religious leader, but a great human being. The lessons we can learn from his life will give us great insight into how we should live our lives. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.